speak in the name of God, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. All three of our readings today, that includes the one that we read out together, Psalm 23, all three of our readings today tell us that God's resources have to be used in God's way. Michelle, you and me, don't look grand today. We look fine. And the town sergeant, two other officials and councillors. The finery and regalia that we wear today sets us apart. But for what? For honour and a sense of our own importance? Well, some people think so. But the answer to that is no, that's not what it's for. Our finery and regalia symbolise something, but not that. They set us apart because we've been given power and resources to help people, as individuals and as communities. It's a big responsibility. It's a calling. It's an opportunity to make a difference. But in that, we have to remember that God's resources have to be used in God's way. Our readings tell us that the resources we need to lead a happy and fulfilled life come from God. They also show us that material resources, while necessary, are not enough. Our mental and emotional and spiritual well-being matter too. Without them, we can't be happy or fulfilled. Psalm 23 reveals that God is the ultimate source of our well-being. The resources that help folk flourish come ultimately from Him. First Book of Kings tells us that when people hit hard times, the resources they need often have to come through the care and compassion of others. The Gospel of Luke shows that when a community is interested only in wealth, those with fractured lives can be ignored. And Jesus' attitude, on the contrary, is that those with power must have the compassion and the will to also act to make fractured lives whole. Because God's resources have to be used in God's way. Now, all this reminds me of something written, it was a joke actually, written by an American comedian a while ago. It's an entirely fictitious account of a bricklayer making a medical insurance claim in the United States. If it's not your sense of humour, I do apologise, but I hope you see the point I'm trying to make. It goes like this. Dear sir, I am writing in response to your request for additional information for my medical insurance claim. In section 3 of the accident reporting form, I put trying to do the job alone as the cause of my accident. You asked for a fuller explanation, and I trust the following details will be sufficient. I am a bricklayer by trade. And on the day of the accident, I was working alone on the roof of a new 6-story building. When I completed my work, I found I had some bricks left over, which, when weighed later, were found to weigh 240 pounds. Well, rather than carry the bricks down by hand, I decided to lower them a barrel by using a pulley, which was attached to the side of the building at the 6th floor. Securing the rope at ground level, I went up to the roof, swung the barrel out, and loaded the bricks into it. Then I went down and untied the rope, holding it tightly to ensure a slow descent of the 240 pounds of bricks. You will note that on the accident reporting form that my weight is 135 pounds. Now, given my surprise at being jerked off the ground so suddenly, I lost my presence of mind and forgot to let go of the road. Needless to say, I proceeded at a roundabout up the side of the building. In the vicinity of the third floor, I met the barrel, which was now proceeding downward at an equally impressive speed. And this explains the fractured skull, minor abrasions, and broken collar, as listed in section 3 of the accident reporting form. Slowed only slightly, I continued my rapid ascent, not stopping until the fingers of my right hand were two knuckles deep in the pulley, which I mentioned in paragraph 2 of this correspondence. Unfortunately, by this time, I had regained my presence of mind and was able to hold tightly to the rope. At approximately the same time, however, the barrel of bricks hit the ground and the bottom fell out of the barrel. And now devoid of the weight of the bricks, the barrel weighed approximately 50 pounds. I refer you again to my weight. As you might imagine, I began a rapid descent down the side of the building. In the vicinity of the third floor, I met the barrel coming up. This accounts for the two fractured ankles, broken tooth, and severe lacerations of my legs and lower body. Here, my luck began to change slowly. The encounter with the barrel seemed to slow enough to lessen my injuries when I fell into the pile of bricks. Fortunately, only 3 bits of them were cracked. I am sorry to report, however, as I lay there on the pile of bricks, unable to move and watching the empty barrel 6 stories above me, I again lost my composure and presence of mind. Let go of the rope. Bricklayers cannot afford to ignore the laws of physics. If they do, disaster awaits. And those given the power to help people cannot afford to ignore the laws of God. If they do, disaster awaits. For God's resources have to be used in God's way. Yes, prosperity is necessary for communities to flourish, and we're all praying for that today. But so is compassion necessary. Not that compassion is just a different kind of resource, like prosperity, peace, or partnerships. For resources such as money and power can, after all, be developed and utilized with ruthlessness and arrogance and selfishness. We know that only too well. But compassion is God's way of handling all kinds of resources: wealth, plant, power, and communication, skills, and landscape, and health, and social capital, and law, and language, and access to all these things. So, may God grant us the power and the will to discharge our responsibilities with compassion. Because for our communities to truly flourish, God's resources have to be used in God's way.